10 virgins, same invitation, same bridegroom, same night. 5 of them brought extra oil and were ready when he came. 5 of them did not, and when the moment arrived their lamps were going out. They asked to borrow oil from the others. The answer was no. They went to buy more. And while they were gone the bridegroom came. The door was shut, and when they knocked and said, Lord, Lord, open the door, he said, I do not know you. This is the parable of the 10 virgins. And it is one of the most urgent warnings Jesus ever gave about the one thing you cannot borrow from someone else when the moment comes. If this kind of biblical teaching speaks to your faith, hit subscribe. Now let us get into these 4 lessons. Lesson 1. Preparation cannot be borrowed at the last minute. Your oil is your own. When the foolish virgins asked the wise ones for oil, the answer was no. Not because the wise ones were unkind, but because there was not enough to share. Oil in this parable represents the personal, private, cultivated relationship with God that cannot be transferred from one person to another. Your mother's faith cannot get you through your midnight. Your pastor's prayer life cannot substitute for yours. The oil you carry must be your own. Build it now, in the quiet, in the ordinary days, before the midnight cry. Lesson 2. Procrastination in spiritual things always costs more than you expect. The foolish virgins did not decide not to be ready. They simply did not decide to be ready in time. That is the nature of procrastination. It is rarely a deliberate choice to fail. It is a series of small decisions to deal with something later until later becomes too late. They had the same invitation, the same night, the same bridegroom. What they did not have was the urgency to prepare before the moment demanded it. Guard your heart against the assumption that there will always be more time to tend the things that matter most. Lesson 3. Sleeping is not the problem, being unready when you wake is. The text says they all became drowsy and fell asleep. All 10, the wise and the foolish alike. Falling asleep while waiting is not the sin in this parable. The difference was not that the wise stayed awake while the foolish slept. The difference was what they had prepared before they slept. You do not have to be in a constant state of spiritual intensity to be ready. But you do need to have done the work of preparation before the season of waiting begins. Rest is not the enemy of readiness. Unpreparedness is. Lesson 4. The door that closes on delay does not reopen for regret. Lord, Lord, open the door. I do not know you. Those are among the most sobering words in the entire Gospel of Matthew. Not because God is harsh, but because there are moments in life, and ultimately one final moment, where the window of preparation closes and what you carried in is all you have. Jesus ends the parable with one clear instruction. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour. Watchfulness is not anxiety. It is intentional, ongoing readiness in the ordinary moments before the extraordinary one arrives. Subscribe for the next episode of the Bible Character Series.